It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and this one features Josie Jewell.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Hooker. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it'll be second down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Up the middle they go. It's Hardy. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Lions turned away on 4th down. Now this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Mayfield now from the 50. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They go play action. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Here's Hooker. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hooker now off play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman with a sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Green, switch, yellow.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is taken at the 18. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. Complete, Jefferson the target. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to about the 32. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Mayfield. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it's caught.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Mayfield with it once more. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jalen Warren,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hooker's going to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Looking to throw, Hooker. That pass caught, it's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing. Hooker. He finds his man. Complete. It's Clayton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hardy. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. But he misses just left of the upright, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded like a 5-year-old. This is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Mayfield on play action. This one brought in by Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This is caught by Williams. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Touchdown, Vikings! Amari Cooper, 37 yards.
And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
Now a 2nd and 2.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mayfield on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The way he's been slinging it in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. 2nd down, Mayfield.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this 1st half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Hooker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. As for the late afternoon games, plenty of intrigue there as well. One of the best being at FedEx Field, where it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Mayfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Taking it right down Broadway. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Jefferson.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamar Jefferson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play fake. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
That was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got 1 on us, and just not let it turn into more.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now Mayfield.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge. So score 1 for Kevin O'Connell. His decision to throw the challenge flag, a good one.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here come the Lions now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot scoop it over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space.
They go play action. Here's Hooker.
His throw incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Hooker.
It's hauled in by Hardy. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
Rolling to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Up the middle they go. It's Hardy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very.
Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Williams being motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
32 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Slot man moves right. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mayfield now. And he's got his fake. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Lions offense set to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, Hooker. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Hooker.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Now run straight ahead to Warren.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They shakes him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams